Gave my 2 weeks notice and boss wants me to take on additional work. I gave my 2 weeks notice this Monday and told my boss that I will help make the transition easy. I gave my notice because I am severely underpaid for all the things I currently do for the office. $22. I manage multiple accounts for all of our employees where I've seen people get paid up to $35 for what I do. Last week she wrote me a list of amended job duties on top of things I currently do. Effective next month. This entails me basically doing the job of 3 people in one. Also having me manage the entire office and also do her job for her, which would be me advising her employees on legal issues, which is very illegal as I am not licensed to do so. She offered to increase my pay $1. I never agreed to this change in job duties nor signed an agreement to do so. The $1 increase was insulting. This is also an extremely toxic workplace that I don't want to put up with anymore, which is why I ended up quitting this week. She is now asking me to make a manual for her of all of my job duties and tutorials on all of the processes. She also wants me to do my new duties that would have been effective next month within the 2-week time span. Keep in mind I still need to finish work on all the accounts I am currently working on and transition those duties out of my hands. What would be a professional way to respond to her that I don't want to do extra work that isn't even in my current job description? I should clarify that her new list of job duties was given to me last Friday and prompted me to quit this Monday. What's she gonna do? Fire you? Spend the next 2 weeks closing out your current projects and handing over accounts. No new work. No additional work. If she wants training documentation created, she can pay you your contracting rate. 3x your current rate at minimum. Per the scope of work agreement she needs to sign before you start. Just don't do it. Do your normal job for 2 weeks or walk out now. Seems like a petty way for her to retaliate for your notice. What's she going to do? Fire you? Don't respond. Just smile and carry on with your duties. She's crazy. The professional way to respond is that your notice period is to wind down open projects and assist in transferring duties that cannot be completed in that time. You will help by making a bench memo describing how to do the job functions you performed to date. But caution, it will be limited to your available time. Or she can reassign your other work and you can use business hours to work on the memo. It's not a negotiation. It's a polite but firm boundary of what you will and won't do. You're doing this as a courtesy. You're being extra generous by offering her the option of how to prioritize your time. That's it. 2 weeks notice is a courtesy, not a requirement. If you are in the position, just leave. That's stupid. You're quitting because they don't pay you enough for what you do, compared to others who did the same as you. And now you're being asked to do even more. Just don't do any of it. Or really even any of your soon-to-be old job at this point. Ride out your last bit of time getting paid to do nothing. Take back a little for yourself. What are they gonna do? Fire you? Whenever I've given notice, I immediately reduce my effort by half. I'm there to answer questions and maybe wrap up a few things to help out some coworkers I like. Your boss is living in a dream world. Get straight to work on that as soon as your calendar permits, which is on March 1st. Say yes. Accept the work. Don't do it or ever mention it again. I know this is our anti-work, but if you want to maintain some kind of relationship, I'd reply back asking her to prioritize her requests. Then I'd break down the work into estimates and send it back to her saying, based on my current workload, I expect to achieve X with my remaining time at the company. It's tough to set up boundaries in relationships we want to continue as they exist. But in relationships that we're willing to end, It's often in your best interest to set them up unequivocally. If she fires you, fine. Get unemployment and take a quick vacation before the next gig. For people that are overworked, I also recommend doing the above once you've started looking for other positions. Options. 1. Tell her number 2. Nod as if in agreement. And then keep working at a normal pace even if it means leaving work undone. Point 3. Nod as if in agreement. And then work at an even slower pace than you are doing now. Point 4. Leave now. 5. Not recommended. Do the extra work. On your last day, leave a shiny 3-ring binder on your desk filled with blank pages. She knows she's losing some cheap, reliable labor and wants to get everything out of you she can. You don't owe her anything. I'd leave as soon as you can. No finishing duties required. She's ridiculous. You might be entirely too nice and accommodating. It sounds like she is taking advantage of you and just piling more on. I understand that you want to remain on good terms with her, but achieving that may not benefit you at all in the future. If she has unrealistic expectations, she will likely still think that you came up short and not exactly give you a good reference anyway. Well, if she wants you to do her job, do it so poorly that it makes her look bad. Lol. This would turn my 2-week notice into a 2-minute notice. What would be a professional way to respond to her that I don't want to do extra work that isn't even in my current job description? No thanks. No need to overcomplicate things. You have time for your current duties, not additional duties. And if she wants you to create documentation, it will prevent you from doing your normal duties. Don't do the new work. Claim you are not qualified to do it. Do so in writing. They will fire you over it and you will instantly get unemployment. In the US, you can't be legally fired for being incapable of doing a job without them having to pay unemployment. Fuck this job. Get yourself taken care of. You are an adult, start acting like one. Just walk out. What will she do? Write you up for a detention? FFFFS. Better still go in and do feck all. Forget professional. Are they acting professional? Equals no, they are not. Judging by this, she's going to be very unhappy you're leaving. I can't say for sure, but you may think she won't give you a good recommendation in the future. Remember, the only reason to give notice is because of that recommendation. If you're not going to get it anyway, don't give notice. Just stop coming in. She can figure it out.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.